about 7 p.m. here Eastern time, 10:12, and we're going to go over the impulse scanner results for the day. Now I'm putting these here in my Forex Smart Money Trading Academy group. That's where I'm going live. The videos will all be here. There's also a link to a spreadsheet that I'm going to keep here, a Google sheet that you'll be able to access if you're a member of this group here. And basically this Google sheet will look like this. Each day will show how many trades I looked at, right? How many wins, how many losses. So yesterday we had 25 wins, 5 losses, 83.33% win rate. And then here's the link to the YouTube video if you don't want to go through the group here. So this we'll keep track of this for the rest of the month here during this. Like we're saying, we're waiting for the macro trend indicator to appear on a 15-minute chart. We get in at the close of that candle or the open of the very next candle. No need to wait for a pullback during this test. We're not waiting for the pullback. We're just getting in. We use a volatility-based stop at the furthest edge of the Bollinger Band, and then we go for a 1 to 2 or exit when a new indicator comes out in the opposite direction, okay, which I'll show you on these. So we're going to go through all the pairs every night. And so all these pairs that where the star is highlighted yellow, that means we have a trade that did not finish the prior day, and so we have to look at those first. And so this is the first one right here, and this would be an AUD odd CAD. And you can see that this would be a losing trade, right? And then what happens is, but we get another indicator right here, and that takes us out of the trade at a small loss, right? Not a very big loss, a small loss. But then we get another trade opportunity here. So let me just show you what this looks like. Sorry, it's supposed to be a short position here. So we would get in right there. Now, in this case, we have to put the stop loss at the, everything's so close here, it's too tight. Put the stop loss at the top of these wicks because the candles have gone through the Bollinger Band, the shaded area of the Bollinger Band there. And in order to get a 1 to 2, you could see that this trade already wins. So we get out of the initial trade at a very small loss because we got a new indicator come out. This is the macro indicator right here. That's these 2 V-shaped arrows right here. Okay, so that gives us a win. And now at this point, we don't have any other trades to watch for that. Okay, AUD-NZD. Okay. Now this right here is the 5 p.m. candle. So we can't use this 5 p.m. candle because it's not accurate on the impulse scanner. Right here, though, we do get stopped out of the trade. And then we would get another trade set up right here. Okay, so right now, though, we would get stopped out of that trade there at a loss. So let's go on to the next pair. Okay, again, we have the same situation where an indicator comes out the other way. We get out at a very, very small gain. So that is a winning trade. And then we have a setup for a new trade here that I'm going to show you real fast. Short position, right? We get in right at the close of that macro trend candle. Okay, the stop loss has to go at the outside edge of that gray area, that Bollinger Band area. And then to get a 1 to 2, we just have to go down to there. So that becomes a winning trade. And so far, just going through a couple pairs, we have 3 wins and 2 losses. This one right here ended up winning for us, right? And then we got a new trade that came out here. Okay, so to save time here, I will come back after I finish this video up. I'll come back and I'll set up all the trades for tomorrow. But unless it's obviously a winning trade, then I'm just going to leave it like this. So this was a winning trade. That's 4 wins, 2 losses. EUR-AUD, there's another trade that won for us, right? There was our macro trend indicator, and then it moved up and gave us a win. EUR-GBP, this one here ended up losing, right? As you can see here, so we got in, it did move down. It almost did get to our take profit here, but then it consolidated and moved back up and we got stopped out. Now this 5 p.m. candle here, we can't use this 5 p.m. candle with this impulse scanner. I don't know what the deal is. I've put a ticket in to support. I've also asked the lead educator on this, Brandon Boyd, about this, but it just doesn't show up right on the scanner here for some reason. So of course, candles show up different with all brokers, but this one just really looks different here. So we're not going to take a trade based off of any 5 p.m. Eastern candles. That's the start of the day. And what happens is the spreads go crazy at the start of the day. And so we don't want to count any trades from that time period. But that gives us our third loss. And let's just continue down here. This is another winning trade here from last night that I showed you on the video. So that's 6 wins. GBP CHF. This was another winning trade from last night. You could see we didn't count this 5 o'clock candle. There it is again. You could see how this 5 p.m. candle is just not accurate. I don't know what the deal is with it, but it's not accurate. And so that ends up being a winning trade for us. GBP-NZD is another winning trade. As you could see here, we would have got in there. There's our impulse, our macro trend indicator here, and we get another win. So again, we're not waiting for any pullbacks. I know when the trainers, when they show you how to do this, you're going to get, when you sign up for our, join our community, guys, you're going to get access to 14 live training sessions every week. For this scanner, just for this scanner. You can use other scanners. The company has 7 other scanners as well you can use, and they're live training for those as well. All the training is recorded. Okay, and you also get access to our trading community as well. You're going to get 4 powerful bonuses if you get started by the end of October here, right? You're going to get access to a live webinar, shows you how to get started, how to set everything up. You're going to get access to a 30-day chat with the leaders where you can ask any question you want during the 30-day period. You're going to get a one-on-one Zoom training that you can cash in at any time with one of the leaders in the community. And you can also get, daily Zoom calls with me if you need help. I'm here to help you. So we can jump on the charts anytime live on a Zoom call, and I can show you what to do here with this scanner. And then you're also going to be able to save $100. Okay. So get with me so you can get the link to get started. You need to get started with this, guys, right away, because this is going to just take off in 2024. So you want to be ready. You want to be going. The great thing about this scanner is you can start taking trades on a demo account within 7 days, even if you're brand new to Forex trading. You can watch my videos. You can watch the live sessions by the educators. Within 7 days, you'll be able to start trading on demo. And if you're an experienced trader, you can start utilizing this strategy right away in your live accounts after you do some demo trades first, obviously, your live accounts, your funded accounts, whatever you do. So there's another winning trade there, which gives us 9 winning trades. NZD-USD is the next one. This one right here, we got a signal going the opposite direction, right? This was a buy right here. As you know, when the new signal comes out, the old signal disappears. That's why we put these arrows here. So we know they were there. We also have our trade marked up. So we know there was a signal there to get in that trade. Now, right here, we get in this trade at a loss. And then what do we see right away? We see that we would get right back in, right? Short position right there. And we're going to put our stop up at the top of that gray area at the time that candle forms, right? And you can see we have an easy 1 to 2 risk to reward trade. So we have 1 loss and then 1 win right back to back here. So you'll notice that a lot of times when you do get a loss with this scanner, the very next one ends up being a win. And what we're going to do is, we'll eventually test some other things out to see if we can get our winning percentage even higher, but we have to have a month's worth of data before we can figure that out, right? And then UCAD, this was the last pair that had a current trade on it already, and that trade did end up losing, as you can see here. Well, actually, I should say it won, because right here you get an indicator going in the opposite direction, and that candle closes in profit in the green area here. So that was actually a winning trade, okay? And then what happens? Then you get in here, you mark up a new trade right there, You set your stop loss right there, and then you have an easy 1 to 2 win again. So we now have 12 wins to just 4 losses. And now these are the pairs now that didn't have anything set up already. These trades we already counted, okay? That trade was already counted last night, and there's no new indicator yet going off for this. Okay, we got a new indicator right here that went off, right? We can get in right there. There's the stop loss at the top of our, oh, we did this the wrong way. This is a short position. We get in at the close of that candle, and the stop loss goes right up at that top of that gray area there. That's the Bollinger Band. And then right here, we have a 1 to 2 win, right? Let's go to CAD, CHF. This one here, we would have to mark up this trade here. So I'll do that after this live session's ended, because it hasn't yet got a win yet. CHF Here's a new indicator right here. So again, I'll mark that up after I get off of this live session with you guys. But you could see what this is going to look like. I could just show you real fast here. It's a long position, very small candle, and there's very small volatility. So your stop loss just goes right there. Okay, and so we only need price to move right to there about in order to get our 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio trade. Okay, EURCAD. Here's a new indicator coming out right here, right? The old ones have already been counted. So again, I'll get this ready for tomorrow after we get off the live session. We just want to count wins and losses right now. EURJPY, there's a new indicator right there. So if we were to just mark this up here, it's a short position just to show you. This one has a little more volatility. Stop has to go up at the top of that gray area there. And so price needs to move down quite a bit here to give us our 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio trade, right? So we're essentially risking about 43 pips. So we have to get 86 pips on the downside here in order to get our 2% gain, right? So it's always, if our risk is 10 pips, then our take profit's 20 pips. It's always 1% to 2% of our trading account, right? EURUSD, here's a nice winning trade right here. You can see this went off today at 8:30 this morning. So if you were up and you were trading the New York session, you could have taken this trade. It's probably not a winning trade yet. Price will have to come down a little bit further here in order for this to be a win. But that's what that's going to look like, okay? Nothing here. GBPCAD, we got a new indicator here. I'll mark that up later. GBPJPY, another new one there. We'll mark that up later. I don't want to waste your time on all of them here, but if there's winners, I want to get them out of the way here so you could see them. Again, there's a short position right there. That volatility is right up there. And then you have to get all the way down to just a little bit further than we are right now in order for this to be a winning trade. Okay, so it's a 1 to 2. See, we put our stop loss up at the top of that gray Bollinger Band area, the furthest away when this candle paints. Okay, and that's our indicator right there. NZDCHF, there's nothing there right now for that one. Where's that at? NZDJPY, there's an indicator right there that went off. Pretty small candle, right? Again, that's a short position. So we get in at the close of that candle or the open of the next one. Our stop loss goes up at the top of that Bollinger Band right there, the top of that gray area. Okay, and then what do we need? We need to get a 1 to 2 risk to reward to get out of this trade. You can see that we very easily get that, right? Actually, it comes down here, it gives you a 1 to 3, but we get out at 1 to 2, right? So there's a winning trade. And I think that's, oh, there's a couple more pairs here, USD CHF and USD JPY. There's a new indicator right here. So let me just set this up for you. You would get in at the close of that candle or the open of the very next one, right? Stop loss has to go all the way down here. So this is a little bit more volatile, right? It's a big stop loss there. It looks like it's about 70 pip stop loss on this one. Okay, so that means we have to get 140 pips to the upside here in order to get our 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio trade, right? So that's how that's going to look. And then USD, JPY, no trade. So we went through all the pairs today, 10, 12, 23. We had a total of 14 wins and 4 losses today. Okay, so I'm going to keep track of that here in the spreadsheet. Right, we're going to do, what do we got there? $10, $12, $23. Again, we had 14 wins and 4 losses today. So the strategy does lose, but you could see the percentage of trades that it wins. And today, 14 out of 18 trades, which is about 78%. Yesterday, it won 25 out of 30 trades, or 83.33%. So this will stay in the spreadsheet here. You're able to access this spreadsheet right from the group here, right? Every video, every live session I put in here, I'll put the date, the wins and losses, and the link to this spreadsheet, right? The spreadsheet's the same though. You can click any of the posts to get to this actual spreadsheet for October. And once I post a video on YouTube, I'll put the link to that right here. Okay, guys, Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh. This is our impulse scanner. It's phenomenal. And again, I'm not even waiting for a pullback. I'm not looking at any higher time frame trend. I'm not doing any smart money top-down analysis. I'm not trading on multi-time frames. All I'm doing is going to the 15-minute, right? And I'm waiting for that macro trend indicator to come out, and that's it. Right? This macro trend indicator right here, I'm waiting for that to come out, and that's it. A couple of these I didn't mark up as I was going through here, but this is a short position right here. And again, volatility band's pretty high, so the stop loss is about 76 pips away. So in order for this one to win, we have to get a move down of about 153 pips, which in GBP JPY is very easy to do because the average daily range is probably, the average daily range for this is probably about 200 pips a day. It probably moves about 200 pips a day on average. So it was 14 wins, 4 losses for today, guys. You need to get this scanner. To access this scanner, you have to become a customer of our community, right? You can save up to $100 if you do that now. So get with me ASAP so I could send you my link. You're going to get 4 powerful bonuses from our community, and you're going to be able to save $100 if you get started by the end of October. Okay? Remember, you're going to get access to everything at the company. The educators do 14 live sessions, 14 live trainings weekly on this scanner alone. And there's 7 other scanners in the company with live training for each one. All the trainings are recorded. So get with me right away to get access. Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh, and I will see you guys tomorrow here in the group.